Hello guys, so here we are at the monthly show in Wavre in Belgium. It's a very iconic show in Belgium. It's very nice and a lot of collectors come here every month. It's a very small show, but for me it's always nice to come here once in a while. I have a small table here as well with some stuff I put up for sale. And I often find nice stuff here, but it can also be that I come home with nothing or just a few items. So we'll check it out today, what I can find. The show opens at 6 a.m. in the morning. That was a while ago already. And it's held until 12 o'clock in the morning. It's every first Saturday of the month in Wavre, Belgium, so about 20 minutes from Brussels. So we'll have a look inside at the tables, and afterwards in my shop I will show you the stuff I found here at the show. So let's look inside the nice items they have for sale here. So here we are back in my warehouse. I've just put all the items here on the floor that I found in the Wavre show. I must admit, this was the best Wavre show I had in 10 years or something. So I sometimes come home with a bayonet and an ammunition case, and now I found all of this. It's an incredible find for such a small show, but you see, if you don't go there always, it really rewards itself by going there every month, and then sometimes you get lucky and find all of this stuff. Just to be clear, I've injured myself, you might have noticed that during a rugby game a few months ago, and I had to do surgery, so I will be fine, but it needed to be done. So that being said, you know why this is here. So a few nice items, of course. This was the first item I picked up. It's a quite rare Luftschutz helmet, but it's an M42 with the rim like this, and it still has the original plastic chin strap. The M42 Luftschutz helmet is quite a rare helmet to find in its configuration, rarer than the Gladiator helmet or M40 beaded helmet. So a nice example, and I think it's made by HKP, and it has this typical ersatz liner, very poor quality, late war, but a very rare model to find. And then we also have a very late war beaded helmet. This is also a Luftschutz helmet, never received a decal, and maybe some of you didn't know already, but this rim in the helmet, the other one shows the same, was actually because these helmets were actually made for combat use, but they were not approved because the steel was not strong enough after a series of tests, and that's why they were given this rim. And like this, with this rim, you would know the helm could only be used for civil use and not combat use. And actually, on this particular helmet, we can see already where the error is, and you can really see here on the front rim, there used to be like maybe a crack here that was fixed in the factory, and also this very poor made brim on the front, and that's why the helmet was disapproved to be in combat use and only for Luftschutz use. It's an example without a decal, a very late war example. It never had a decal, but it was of course a Luftschutz helmet. And if you look on the inside, we see also a very late war liner, and here we see the manufacturer's stamp of the Quist factory with the lot number underneath, which means it's a very late production as well. So I would say this is 1945, 1944 maybe made Luftschutz helmet. It's just nice with this brim. Also in Wavre you will find a lot of French Militaria, just like this one here, French artillery helmet with the original veteran plaque on the front. This was mounted after the war. It was given to the soldiers as a souvenir from the First World War. So it's complete with the liner and chin strap inside, just a beautiful untouched Adrian French helmet. And this is its World War II counterpart. So this was a French World War II helmet in the green color with original liner still inside. Here we have a nice minty Canadian helmet. It's a Tommy helmet, typical Canadian, and it's actually, over here, dated 1942. And this, I can't remember out of my head what this company is, but this is a Canadian company who made these helmets. You can also tell it's Canadian by the look of the liner. It was more quality. It shows more quality, and of course it's nice mint and never issued, I think. So it's a nice Canadian Tommy helmet. Then of course some nice gas mask canisters, complete with all the straps inside. Some nice holsters, photo albums. Complete with all the pictures. K98 cleaning kit, complete. Africa Corps bread bag. So what's the difference between a normal bread bag? The Africa Corps or tropical bread bag has these canvas loops, and also canvas straps inside. And these are quite hard to find compared to a normal bread bag. This is a booklet from the Flemish V&V. It's the collaborating party here in Flanders, where I live. So a very wanted item here. It's an original propaganda booklet. I think it was just made in 1939, so quite a nice piece for collectors of collaborating countries. Then of course, one of the better pieces I got here, and this will definitely go in my own collection. It's a super nice Normandy camouflage, three-tone camouflage helmet with most of the paint intact. As you can see, it's M35 helmet with an aluminum liner. And it used to be a Luftwaffe helmet that got reissued once in blue color, and you can still see it here. You can still see it received the blue color of the M35 helmet. The glossy color was overpainted with rough blue paint. You can still see that paint is still visible on the rim of the aluminum liner band. And on top of that, you can also see here a Luftwaffe unit stamp. And normally in the dome, but this will be maybe hard to catch on camera, we can here see Flak Regiment 9. So it was an anti-aircraft unit number 9, which makes sense. An anti-aircraft unit would have a camouflage helmet. And if you look very closely here, we can still see the decal under the paint. But it's just a beautiful untouched helmet with the original liner inside, original fin strap. So this is definitely a keeper. Sorry folks, but it's coming in my collection. I also got this ammunition crate, and it's nice because it's in Normandy colors, and it's not a pre-war Reichswehr case. You sometimes see these cases from the German Reichswehr before the war started. They also are in similar colors, but this is definitely a World War II. 1940 until probably 1943 pattern, Normandy pattern scheme of camouflage in three-tone colors. Let me move here a little bit on the floor. So here we have some nice wear passes, complete with units and medals inside. A bit too much to explain with one hand. This is nice, very rare. This is a box, actually an LDA box with the paper still inside for the Spanje zum Eisenkreuz Tweede Klasse, which means the clasp of the clasp for the Iron Cross second class from the First World War. So the little clasp that goes on the ribbon of the First World War Iron Cross, and it's marked L53 here for the LDO code. It's original box, so the clasp itself is not in there anymore, but the box is actually 10 times rarer than the clasp itself. Super nicely marked, very rare box. This was one lot from one soldier, just a nice Iron Cross, nice infantry assault badge by JFS. Here we see it marked, JFS. The Iron Cross is also marked, but again, difficult to show you with one hand, no problem. And then here we have a very early Narvik shield, Kupal material, so very like brass, aluminum kind of type of material, complete with the backing still intact, some mod damage, but a very nice attractive shield. Here we have a very rare Luftwaffe smock eagle for a paratrooper smock in splitter tarn camouflage colors, so green and brown colors on the back of the eagle. It has been uniform removed. You can still see some stitches, but it's a very nice piece, probably for restoration. Yes, so a nice piece. And then here we have some nice SS color tabs, an officer one, late war, very good condition. And here we have an enlisted type tab that was upgraded for officers, so or maybe NCO. It still has the RZM tag attached on the back. And this is a nice set for an SD officer, Sicherheitsdienst, complete with RZM tag on the back. And this one doesn't have one. It's a nice officer set. Here we have a nice NSKK dagger. It's an early one with early fittings. So it has the regional code on the crossguard here. Still has the original black lacquer on the scabbard, which is also important because these got repainted a lot. Some chipping, but you can see that often with these. But it's nice. You can see it's untouched. Nothing has been molested. Just a nice, honest early dagger. So the inscription "Alles für Deutschland" still on there, and we have here the maker mark of Ernst Hugo Raspe, which is a maker mark I did not encounter before, so it might be a rare one. It's not a common one so makes it a bit nicer. The blade is still nice, the tip is still there. So I found this one at the very end of the show. It was still in the banana box. The guy didn't even made the trouble to unpack it yet, and I saw it really in the far end, and I thought, are you selling that bandolier in that banana box? He said, yeah, I found it 2 weeks ago on a flea market in Belgium. Well, never buy the story, of course, but it was a nice story. He knew the price, so it was not really cheap for me, but it's nice that these things still turn up at flea markets here in Belgium. It's a very nice late war bandolier, and it's a multicolor one. So green and tan colored panels in between, and then a rather different material for the neck guard here. So it would be nice to have this on a late war Sumpftarn smock or something, because actually these different kind of panels in colors was also a type of camouflage, of course. And then on the back we can still see they use different kind of panels. This is green and tan color mixed, and then a nice manufacturer stamp, RBN stamp here in the rear. It's a bit faded by the use, of course. And then yes, the best piece, of course, is here on the floor, which is a very early SS camouflage smock in light worn condition. There we can see some wear here, some small holes, bit here, but in general it's a really nice smock in palm pattern. The sleeves are complete. You can see a nice misprint here. See the white stripe here, misprint of the factory. It's complete with all the original loops still attached. These were removed from time to time by the soldiers, and it's quite hard to find them with all the original loops still attached. So it's a beautiful piece. It's light worn, not a minty one, but still for a display of the Ardennes offensive or something. This would be a stunning piece, and for me, I couldn't believe that I would find a piece like this on a small show like Wavre, but as I said before, you just never know. Then going a bit further here, this is a typical item you find at Belgium shows. It's a tropical pith helmet, a mint one, and these were actually found in Belgium, in Antwerp, many years ago in a railway station. Was a leftover depot of these, and these were actually found in hundreds and hundreds in I think it was Antwerp, if I'm not mistaken. And you always find one of these in Belgium because a lot of collectors still have them from the early days. It's a mint one by JHS, and I think if you unfold gently, the leather is still very supple, so it won't damage. You will find here the size 75, the date 1942. And of course, this one was never issued and was almost certainly took out of the depot in Belgium. Here we have an honest army officer visor, white piping for infantry. The maker mark is not visible anymore, but it's just a nice honest visor in good condition. And then here, another super nice Normandy camouflage helmet. So Normandy, Normandy is the name that collectors gave it, of course, but it's the three colors, so tan, green and brown or reddish color. It's also an M35 helmet, and by the look of the color, it's also a Luftwaffe helmet. So you see a lot of Luftwaffe helmets because those guys, of course, had a lot of time to camouflage their helmets while they were sitting in their anti-aircraft batteries. It's complete with the chin strap, aluminum liner, just like the other helmet actually. And if you fold back the leather here a bit, we can still see the split pins are unmessed with. The liner has never been out. Just a beautiful, look at those colors. Beautiful helmet. Nice three-tone helmet. Yeah. Beautiful. This is just a ground duck helmet. A nice one, but I bought it because it's a Kriegsmarine helmet. If you look closely to the decal, you can see the double layer. And it has the typical blue navy paint. So yeah, well, just Nice helmet, nice ground dog helmet. This is a case for the German bicycle. It's nice because inside the loops are still in there to mount it on a German bicycle. And if we look here, we can still see the date. It's on the other side, dated 1940. So a nice case for the German bicycle. And then last but not least is also a German helmet. A bit the same as the Navy helmet. It was actually coated in or overpainted in some sort of grayish paint. Then the decal was left open, but then the decal probably was removed afterwards per regulations, probably in 1943. Still complete with a nice inside, and just a bit rusty, but a nice, honest helmet of the Second World War. This was about everything I found in Wavre, but yet again, some amazing items. Don't expect, of course, if you go to Wavre, you'll find all these, but you never know. Just visit a lot of shows and then stuff will turn up. People always ask me, where did all your stuff come from? Well, I can honestly say I travel the world all the time. That's a lot of work, leaving my family behind sometimes for long times during the week and everything like that. But by doing all these troubles, you come along and find stuff like that. People come to you on the show. Oh, I recognize you. You come here a lot. I have something in my car, and like this, you can find a lot of stuff. But it's of course a lot of work. But it's of course the best work in the world, and I love doing it. So that's why I've been able to find all of this. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I would really recommend, if you are in Belgium, try to maybe combine it with the show in Wavre. Of course, it's now the beginning of October, so we'll be preparing ourselves for the end of October, which is the CNES show in Belgium, the biggest show in the world. So that will, of course, be a nice new video in a few weeks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on the channel, and we'll see each other in the next video.